Do line moves matter? That's your class today, this Saturday evening. Do line moves matter? Well, they do. Ravens open up at 9.5, and the total in that game is 44.5. If you're a major betting syndicate, you more than likely beat the closing number. You came in at under 44.5, and then you bought it back at 43.5. So you were betting both sides of this game. Under 44.5, over 43.5. You were risking 1% to win 200%. Final score, 34-10. So I ask you to look at that example as to understand the difference between gambling and trading. If you're trading, you don't care about the names of teams. You're just trying to beat the move and maybe come back and grab the other side. Now, I didn't do this, but I'm using this as a learning analysis of a game because a lot of people ask me these questions over and over again. Yes, every line that moves matters. And when lines move, they only move for one reason: money. When the line opened up at 44.5, it didn't go down to 43.5 because it just felt like going down. It went down to 43.5 because major money came in early right on the open and pushed it down to 43.5. And then they came back late and they bought it back at 43.5. If you look at the spread, there was no move on the number. It was 9.5 till post. Closed at 10 a couple minutes before game time, but that doesn't really matter. So hopefully you understand the difference between trading and gambling. Gambling is when you think a team should do this and you think a team should do that, or you're rooting for this team, or you're rooting for that team, or you're rooting for the offense, or you're rooting for the defense. This rooting nonsense is gambling. Trading is worrying about numbers. Nothing more, nothing less. That 1 point meant all the difference to the major betting syndicates on this matchup. Speaking of line moves early, I'm going to rock and roll and fade the Kansas City Chiefs Bills line move. It opened up at 46.5 and has now gone down to 45.5. I'm going to fade that move overnight and go over the 45.5, buying low as opposed to selling high. Over the total of 45.5 is your complimentary selection. You have an opportunity, if you're a middler, if both of these games cross the key number, to middle them. If you could get the lines at 7.5, you could take 6.5, then go 7.5. If the Bills went to 3.5, none of this is going to happen. You can go to 2.5 and 3.5. 1 week is a nickel, 1 month is a dime, 6 months is 3 dimes for the low volume Dime Club offering. Good day and good luck. Over the total of 45.5 in the Chiefs game, Bills game is your complimentary selection.